For some of Hollywood's biggest stars, life-altering secrets like these turned their worlds upside down. From Jack Nicholson's shocking family revelation to Liv Tyler discovering her true parentage at an Aerosmith concert, some family revelations are so astonishing they make even the juiciest movie plot feel tame. But it doesn't stop there. Some stars have undergone transformations so drastic they're almost unrecognizable, leaving fans in disbelief. In today's video, we'll talk about the world of celebrity secrets and transformations that changed everything. Shocking family secrets. Jack Nico thought you knew about your family was a lie. That's exactly what happened to a few famous people who grew up believing the woman who raised him was his mother, and that his older sister was, well, just that, his sister. But life had a twist waiting for him. When Nicholson was 37 years old, a reporter from Time magazine dropped a bombshell while researching his family. It turned out his sister was actually his biological mother, and the woman he thought was his mother was, in fact, his grandmother. His mother had him young, at a time when societal judgment forced her to hide the truth. By the time this secret surfaced, both women had passed away, leaving Nicholson with answers, but no chance for a deeper conversation. Liv Tyler's story adds a rock and roll edge to the unexpected family tree. As a young girl, Liv believed musician Todd Rundgren was her father. It wasn't until she attended an Aerosmith concert at the age of 10 that she noticed something uncanny. She bore a striking resemblance to Steven Tyler's daughter, Mia. This led to a revelation that Steven Tyler, the flamboyant lead singer of Aerosmith, was her biological father. The truth unraveled in private conversations with her mother, and eventually Liv's relationship with Steven flourished. Today, she embraces her dual identity with both men playing meaningful roles in her life. Actor John Sim, famous for his role in Life on Mars, discovered an unexpected twist about his parentage on a DNA-focused television show. While participating in DNA Journey, Sim unearthed the shocking reality that the man he'd always called Dad wasn't biologically his father. Jackie Chan, known for his jaw-dropping stunts and comedic timing, found that his family history was just as dramatic as his movies. A documentary in 2003 uncovered that Jackie's parents, who had migrated to Hong Kong, were not ordinary working-class folks. His mother had been a gambler and opium smuggler, while his father was involved in espionage as a nationalist spy and had ties to Shanghai's gang scene. These were the people who shaped Chan's early life, yet they kept their pasts buried until much later. Learning about their colorful and dangerous histories added a layer of intrigue to Chan's humble beginnings as the son of a cook and a maid. Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson, two Hollywood heavyweights with an undeniable bond, discovered their connection might go beyond friendship. The spark for this theory came during a casual family conversation when McConaughey's mother hinted at a close relationship she had with Harrelson's father many years ago. A closer look at the timelines and geography of their parents' lives has led the actors to consider the possibility of being half-brothers. While family secrets reshape identities, physical transformations redefine public perception, proving that celebrities continually reinvent themselves inside and out. Drastic transformations. When it comes to celebrities, their appearance often feel like who they are. Some celebrities, like Jessica Simpson and Kendall Jenner, have been called unrecognizable lately. When Jessica Simpson posted pictures on social media announcing her return to music, her change became the talk of the internet. The news of her comeback should have been the main topic, but people were more interested in how she looked. People were interested in Jessica's new look because she was thinner than ever, and her features were more defined. Some people told her she looked beautiful and healthy, while others wondered if the changes were too big. Jessica has been honest about her problems with body image and weight changes over time. People have always been interested in how she looks, but this latest change shows how much she has changed since she first became famous in popular music. Kendall Jenner, one of the most recognizable supermodels in the world, also made people look twice. Kendall recently switched to a delicate, syrup blonde style that completely changed her mood. She used to have dark hair that made people look at her differently. People were curious about whether there were other changes besides the hair because of the small but noticeable change. Kendall is a famous model, so her image is all over her brand. This means that even small changes could make her fans very upset. When famous people change how they look in a noticeable way, it usually leads to deeper conversations about getting older, identity, and beauty standards. When it comes to Jessica Simpson, these talks are getting very personal. Not only has her skill shaped her job, but so has how attractive people think she is. Jessica has been under a lot of pressure from the public to fit a certain image, from being body-shamed to getting praise for losing weight. People started talking about how much of her recent change was natural and how much was driven by social standards. The case of Kendall Jenner shows how even small changes can cause people to change their minds. Kendall, a younger star, isn't having a hard time with the expectations of getting older right now. Instead, her new hairstyle seemed to bring attention to how closely fans connect a celebrity with their well-known face. Kendall was looking different, and some fans didn't like how she looked. She wasn't just changing her hair color. All of this gets worse with social media. Right after Jessica or Kendall's pictures went online, sites like Instagram and Twitter were used to criticize them. People who liked them didn't like them, and even beauty experts weighed in on their looks. Because of how fast and wide social media is, things that used to be private, like getting a new haircut or putting more emphasis on health, have become public events. It's much harder for celebrities to do this because they can't meet everyone's standards. While some people praise a star like Jessica Simpson for looking amazing, others say that when she changes her style, she's trying too hard to be beautiful. Also, Kendall's change to blonde hair made people wonder if she was trying to fit in with beauty trends or trying to stand out. From dramatic transformations to inspiring pasts, celebrities often leave us amazed by how their journeys defy all expectations. From ordinary to extraordinary. Before they became famous, some of the biggest stars in Hollywood and the entertainment world lived lives that seemed almost unrecognizable compared to their current level of fame. Think about Nikki and Brie Bella, the Bella twins. These two sisters are now WWE stars because of how strong they are and how much fun they are to watch. It wasn't easy for them to get into the WWE, though. Before they became famous in the wrestling world, they worked as waiters at Hooters, a famous chain of restaurants with a laid-back vibe and, of course, those well-known outfits. The Bella twins were just two young women trying to make a living by working as waitresses. They were also planning their next move. As they sold wings and drinks, the twins kept working toward their goal of becoming professional fighters. They didn't wake up one morning and find themselves on WWE shows. They worked hard behind the scenes for years and jumped at every chance that came their way. Then there's Brad Pitt, who is one of the biggest movie stars in the world right now. But Brad was working hard in a very different way before he became famous. His first job in Los Angeles wasn't in a big Hollywood company. It was driving a limo. Brad would drive around famous people for work, but he had no idea that his big break was just around the corner. Still, he did some other strange jobs when he was young. Brad wore a chicken suit to promote El Pollo Loco, a fast food chain. It was one of the strangest things that happened to him before he found fame. Picture Hollywood star Brad Pitt flying around in a chicken costume. Some celebrities come from humble beginnings and worked low-paying jobs, while others have shocking pasts that shock their fans when they are finally revealed. Mark Wahlberg is one person who has had to live with the consequences of things they did in the past in a very public way. Mark is famous these days for his great acting career, successful business ventures, and non-profit work. But Mark had a string of troubling events happen to him before he became famous in Hollywood. In his teens, Mark was found guilty of a hate crime. He attacked two Vietnamese men. This happened in the 1980s, but the details of the crime didn't come to light until much later in his career. Many of his fans were shocked when his criminal record came back to light, especially those who knew him mostly as a talented actor and director. Mark was criticized by the people, and he later admitted that he had been wrong. "I'm sorry," he said. He felt bad about what he did and the harm it caused. Mark has worked hard to fix his image. He went from being a troubled young man to becoming an A-list actor by growing as a person. It helps us remember that everyone, even famous people, has made mistakes. The most important thing is to learn from them and try to be better next time. Cardi B is another famous person whose past shocked a lot of people. Cardi used to work as a stripper in New York City before she became famous. But unlike many stars who try to hide their pasts, Cardi B has been very open about her old job. She has talked about how she made money and lived in strip clubs and how that is what finally pushed her into show business. A lot of people have talked about Cardi's openness about her path, especially when it comes to the shame that some people feel about doing sex work. Cardi B has stopped avoiding her past and instead accepted it. Her public persona now depends a lot on her story. In conversations, her songs, and even on social media, she is honest about what she has been through. She has shown that her past job doesn't define who she is or where she wants to go, which has helped break many taboos about it. Her willingness to be open has made her even more approachable to fans and given her the confidence to question what most people think about how to succeed in the entertainment business. Public persona versus private lives. People sometimes think that celebrities are living the dream because they have a lot of money, nice cars, and stunning homes. But behind everything, some have faced financial chaos that caught everyone off guard. Take Johnny Depp, for example. He is famous for playing Captain Jack Sparrow in Pirates of the Caribbean, but his money problems came to light during a nasty court case. Johnny was famous and rich, but most people didn't know how much of his money he wasted. His lawsuit against the people who ran his old company showed that his finances were in a mess. He spent a lot of money on things like private planes, fancy homes, and expensive wine. He actually spent so much that his money ran out very quickly. Fans were shocked to hear that someone as famous as Johnny Depp could be broke. The story he told us tells us that even the richest celebrities make bad financial decisions. Johnny's public battle with money shocked his fans and showed others that being rich doesn't always mean knowing a lot about money. 50 Cent, who is also a big name in the entertainment business, recently made headlines for his shockingly bad money situation. 50 Cent seemed to be good at everything. He was known as a rapper, songwriter, and businessman. He lived in a fancy house, ran a successful business, and was even the star of the Starz show Power. Still, 50 Cent filed for bankruptcy in 2015 despite all of this. His public image made him look like a very wealthy guy, so his friends were shocked. Why would someone with so much money be broke? In reality, filing for bankruptcy doesn't always mean someone doesn't have any money. It can also be a way to deal with too much debt. But when news of 50 Cent's money problems spread, it made a lot of people wonder if his flashy lifestyle was just a dress rehearsal. Many of his fans were shocked when he filed for bankruptcy because they thought his business company was as strong as the character he played on TV. The carefully made pictures of these two stars over years were ruined by their money troubles. Financial scandals are one thing, but hidden relationships and affairs can ruin a star's carefully constructed public image. Arnold Schwarzenegger, for example, used to be thought of as the best family man around. He was married to Maria Shriver and had a family that seemed perfect. He also had a great job in Hollywood and was governor of California. But in 2011, a shocking fact came to light. Arnold had fathered a child with his maid, Mildred Baina, years before. Arnold and Maria had already broken up, but this shocking news still did a lot of damage to his reputation. Arnold had been able to keep this secret for years, but when it came out, it made people think very differently of him. He went from being a beloved movie star and respected politician to someone who had broken the trust of those closest to him. This story showed the real side of even the most well-known and admired celebs. Tiger Woods' fall from glory is another example of how secret relationships can change a person's public image. Tiger was once the face of golf, and millions of people loved him for how good he was at the game and how perfect his life seemed to be. The model and former nanny Elin Nordegren became his wife, and the two of them had 2 children. But in 2009, it got out that Tiger had been having several affairs with other women. This news ruined the image of the all-American perfect athlete and made Tiger the subject of a thorough media probe. Tiger's extramarital affairs hurt both his career and his marriage. His name took a big hit when sponsors dropped him. The life that looked perfect turned out to be full of lies and dishonesty. As public figures, Tiger Woods and Arnold Schwarzenegger built their lives on being liked, strong, and dependable. But everything changed when their secret relationships came out. While money problems shock fans, secret relationships can shatter even the most carefully crafted public personas. When celebrity secrets become fallout. Fans are amazed by celebrities' secrets, and they also start larger conversations about the world we live in. People often think about problems that go beyond the famous person when their private life is made public. One big result is that these stories change the way people talk about how families work. Take a look at Arnold Schwarzenegger. The fact that he had a child with his maid wasn't the only thing that made him feel betrayed. People started to talk about how hard it is to be a family member, how important trust is in relationships, and how each person deals with mistakes in their own life. His scandal made people think about how these kinds of lies can hurt family members, especially kids. In the same way, scandals or hidden relationships involving other celebrities have made people think about their own freedom. In relationships, when someone like Tiger Woods' mistakes are made public, people talk about who has power, who gives permission, and who makes the choice. Fans may need to be woken up by the fact that the famous people they look up to are, in many ways, just normal people who make mistakes. Still, the talks aren't just about the stars. There are also big problems with identity that come up with celebrity secrets. When someone like 50 Cent goes from showing that they are wealthy to filing for bankruptcy, it makes people think about how identities are formed. Are we truly who we say we are, or are we hiding parts of ourselves to fit what society wants? Fans often feel like they have a personality similar to the one stars show to the public. As soon as our thoughts about what is successful and what is not may begin to fade, many people see celebrity secrets as more than just gossip. They see them as bigger issues of being open, having self-worth, and social pressures. It's impossible to overstate how important the media is in letting people know these famous secrets. In the past, journalists would look into the personal lives of famous people and sometimes find shocking facts about them. In this day and age, secrets don't stay hidden for long thanks to social media and the internet. Investigative journalism and social media have created a storm in which any mistake made by a star can quickly become big news. Think about Johnny Depp and his money problems. Even though his court cases showed how careless he was with money, the media and social media helped to spread the story. Details about how Depp spent millions of dollars on flashy things were revealed by investigative journalism, but millions of fans around the world found out about it on social media. The conversation changed from the courtroom to Twitter feeds, Instagram posts, and internet comment sections where people could say what they thought. The news was spread by both friends and opponents, and it was soon something that was regularly talked about. These days, social media makes it easier to keep secrets than ever before. Because celebs are always sharing details about their lives, they can cause unexpected exposures. A simple tweet, picture, or Instagram story could be the start of something bigger, and soon the media picks it up. News breaks have changed because of social media. Now everyone can join the conversation, from normal people to reporters. Celebrities are also held accountable by these places because they show things they might want to hide. The fact that these stories can be shared on both traditional and social media has also raised major privacy and ethics concerns. Some people say that celebrities should be able to be criticized and held responsible for their actions because they are well known. Some people, on the other hand, say that there isn't always a clear line between personal privacy and what's in the public interest. There is one thing that is certain. Media coverage has a big effect on public opinion, no matter what your view is. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Click on the next video popping up on your screen for more amazing videos. Thank you.